all of this was to see Pierce the Veil, and I asked Cam to make a shirt with a very specific picture of Vic Fuentes on there. Because it was when we were talking about it on the podcast. And I was like, I need you to put this face on a shirt and have it say, stay away from my friends at the bottom. I was like, we all got to wear them. But then I was like, just two came. I was like, I know Cam. I was like, Cam was probably like, I don't know if I can wear this. I don't know if this is me. Like,
I don't know why in my head I was like, it felt, I don't want to say like classless. I was just like, are people going to think like that's really weird? And like, why are you like using this weird picture of like this guy in a band that we like hadn't considered?
But then literally we got
like, yeah, literally not only did we get
someone gave us
little printouts of the same thing, but there were other people also wearing a shirt with the same picture that said looks at you with my autistic eyes on it. I can't even tell you, I felt like I was walking with two celebrities. Like, the amount of heads that turned. Like, we were turning heads left and right. Everywhere we went, there were people going like...
I couldn't get anywhere. Literally, anytime I was moving around, and later on when we were sitting in the seats, I kept hearing people, "Yo, those are the guys!" Like, I heard people just shouting. I was like, "Yo, I'm so dripped out right now." And I saw like the look of regret in Cam's eyes, because when we first walked in, it was maybe like a couple people like, "Oh, nice shirt," like, oh, but then literally everyone, every single person was just like, "That is a great shirt."
I could not have imagined how popular they would be. It was a good life lesson for me, because when I was like, even just a couple years ago, I was more into like being kind of wacky and weird and like, I don't know if you'd call this campy.
I'm still in that. That's me forever.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, was it like something happened. Something shifted where I was like, I don't want to seem weird. I don't want to like ruffle any feathers. I don't want to do anything. Because in my head I was like, what if this like makes people uncomfortable? What if people like are like, why are you like bringing up that old picture? I don't know why I thought that. Like,
it's funny. This is what emo people like.
This is what emo people like. Like, I've been in this community for like over a decade. How do I not know this? But
that'd be like if you like were going to like a Hamilton event and you were wearing a shirt with that picture of, you know, that meme picture of Lin-Manuel Miranda where he's like, people would be like, yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
they so would be. Seriously, even like maybe 2 years ago, I was like, I would make lots of like silly, stupid shirts and stuff, and I would wear them around. And then maybe it was like, I can't think of exactly what made me start acting this way. It's very almost like politician-like. Which I've talked about this before.
You've talked about how there was a drastic change in your whole like yourself. Like there was a time when you. Well, I feel like you were always like.
I would say.
I feel like it's natural for you to be like self-conscious. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, but you said there was like a time when like you distinctly like it like formed in your mind where you were just like, I am very aware of all things.
Having this politician brain of like, don't do anything or wear anything or be anything that could offend anyone ever. So I'm like, okay, I have to get past this. And this was a good life lesson in like, okay, just do something silly and like stupid and people will actually find it funny.
Even if there's someone who's looking at you like, that's stupid, it doesn't matter. I'm sure there's some like snooty person there, like, you know, some like civilized emo person, like that's so uncivilized. Like
who cares if some elder emo in Ohio thought my shirt was weird?
I do everything. Am I committing to the bit? Will I laugh at this? That's my like. I'm like, if I think it's funny and it's not like racist or like or something crazy, like if it's just going to like someone's gonna be like, that's stupid. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I'm still going to do it anyway.
There's this one specific moment. This wasn't the like turning point, but it was sort of a bigger component of the turning point where I guess you could say I posted cringe, and someone who I like cared about and admired was like, that was really dumb. Gutted. And it's still, I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, that thing I said was kind of stupid. But then I'm like, it doesn't matter! I meant to text them. I didn't text them. I got 5 people who requested that I make the shirt for them. Like, I have in my notes, people just put their numbers in my phone.
It was so funny. I was like, this is like a sitcom moment, how like literally every single person, everyone is just like, hey.
Because as I was making them, I was like, oh, this might be so weird. Like, walking around with these 2 guys in these shirts. I could not have imagined how beloved they would be.
We were Pierce the Veil that night. Like, me being like a big black guy. Like,
I think that definitely contributed to it too.
Like, I bet if it was like some like emo looking girl with like black hair or something, it wouldn't.
People might not bat an
It
eye.
wouldn't have been like that big of a deal. But
it's also such a. I was thinking like it's just like a unique group of like these two big black guys and then like me in a different shirt, just being like, let's go, let's find our seats. They looked like my entourage when like we were sitting and it was like. It was me, you, new. And then I couldn't see, so I moved to between you, so you were like flanking me.
But overall, the show was good. The sound quality was variable.
My god.
Beach Weather, I gotta say, Pierce the Veil sound quality wasn't the best.
Yeah.
But they were...
it was leagues ahead of the openers.
I think Beach Weather had the best sound quality because...
I could hear what they were saying. Yeah.
Like, I didn't... Like, if I didn't know the Pierce the Veil songs, I wouldn't know
what they were saying.
I wouldn't, like, but I was like, it was, my mind was just filling in the blanks. Like, I was like, okay, I know these songs, but, like, with Beach Weather, I didn't know the songs, but I could hear the lyrics. Like, I could hear what he was saying.
Sleeping with Sirens was, like, so bad. Not them, but just
good.
their sound was so bad. It was just, like, this wall of noise. And we could not make out... I couldn't even make out what songs were playing, because it just sounded like... guitar, and, like, I couldn't hear the vocals, and, like, the drums would be really loud, but at the same time, like, really muffled. And I was like, I was like,
I need them to say the song names.
Yeah, before... can you say what the song is?
I didn't know until, like, halfway through when they were playing that, like, is this what you call a family? I was like, oh, it's that song. Okay.
Father, tell me where are you now?
And I knew when, If You Can't Hang, the only reason I knew is because I'm like, they're going to play that at the end. Like, they haven't played it yet. They're going to play If You Can't Hang. Like,
yeah.
And, like, it began with no instrumentals. Like, there was, like, the no instrument part where he's like, if you can't hang, then there's the door.
Can't hang, then there's the door, baby. If you can't hang, then there's the door.
Definitively know that this is If You Can't Hang. But the other songs... not even sure, like, what's happening.
I eventually figured out one of them was Kick Me, but then I couldn't figure out where we were in any of the verses. I was like, I don't know where we are in this song. I was trying to listen for lyrics that I recognized. I was like, I don't know what he's saying. I would just feel like...
Keep looking down on me. I am more than you'll ever be.
I'm like, okay, that's Kick Me. I can't hear him saying it, but...
I'd heard people online saying, like, how Kellen Quinn's vocals are, like... Either it just depends on the night. Like sometimes he can be really good, but which is understandable because singing that way on a tour, like I could imagine like the first few shows being like good, just to like and to be that age to be like 40 something and you're still like like just doing this pitchy voice all the time. Like,
yeah. I gotta say, he looks great. I was kind of astounded. I was like, I feel like he looks
the same. He
looks the same. His hair looks a little bit different.
He had like...
But it like, worked. I was like, he actually looks really, like, in my opinion, better than I thought he looked 10 years ago.
What, better than in the King for a Day music video?
Oh my god, in the King for a Day music video. That's where his hair's, like, a little shorter, right?
Then
it has been, because sometimes it's, like, down here, but I feel like in that one it was, like, here.
Let me see.
And he's like... My phone ran out of storage 15 seconds before King for a Day ended.
Did you record the entirety of King?
I ended up recording the entirety of King for a Day.
I saw your phone up the whole time because you were
I was not watching because I was watching the stage, but I had my phone up because I was like, I just want to have this.
It was hilarious how like we couldn't hear each other. We were just communicating through text, and there was no reception.
And there was no reception,
so we were just showing our phones.
Yeah,
to
we
each
were
other.
typing out messages, and then it would say delivery failed. So then we would just show the phone.
I'm
to each
saying
other.
this like
yeah.
Like when Vic came out, I was like, he really looks 42. Like
I got that text when we were in the car leaving. As we were leaving, as you were driving, I like get a text and it says he really looks 42. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, wait, what happened?
And I'm driving. My phone is like GPS right now. What was the song where it was black and white? Like it was and it was all like slow motion. I sent you. I was like, it looks like a dead wife montage. Like I was like, this looked like
Oh, yeah.
flashbacks to someone's dead wife. I'm like, but it didn't send, so I don't know if or when you got that.
I got that one at the same time. I got, yeah, he looks 42 and this looks like a dead wife montage. I was like, how is he? Okay, he's not texting me right now.
They look so goofy.
They look so, oh my god, he looks so little.
I'm seeing.
I can't even imitate the faces that he's making because you're not gonna put these in the edit.
Well, this is a.
So you're just gonna have to.
Can it be? That's what you get.
Conceptually, like art, I guess you'd call it, around this tour, like the branding with the girl kind of crying and looking scared. I thought she did a good job. I liked her expression, and like they had like a video on their Instagram that I watched last night that was like kind of cool and creepy, and it was very horror movie vibes.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't want.
You don't want to wear
it was
that.
on all the merch, and I was like,
I don't
want a
just
shirt with
lips.
like a battered woman on it who looks like terrified and has been crying. I sort of forgot about the stigma around this kind of music.
Yeah, like I don't want this. That's
so.
That's terrifying. That's gonna trigger somebody. Like.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't. It makes it look. I don't know. Again, I forgot that there's sort of a stigma around this kind of stuff, that like it's creepy and like violent and
just,
like that just looks like so.
It's just a woman screaming,
What's
and
the
it
word?
says,
Like,
"I can't
indulgent
hear you."
almost. Wait, you gotta show them the woman screaming. The woman screaming is almost like compared to the one where she's just like looking scared in the corner.
Oh yeah.
She looks like I don't think that's visible at all.
No,
but,
it's visible. I can see it.
This really like high tech stuff we've got going on.
Yep.
Here.
All in the name of me not editing anymore.
It's really like I was between at the merch stand. I was between this and this other shirt that had like an image for each of the albums, which was also what they did at the beginning. They brought down these like. I got this.
White, yeah.
This just has like. I was talking to the people behind me in line. The guy behind me in line was like, "What do you think about the show?" And I was like, "It was so good." And then I was like, "Can you guys?" It was like him and his friend. And I was like, "Can you guys tell what is on the white shirt?" It reminds me of
What
god,
is it?
which Kendrick album?
Oh, To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
It's what this kind of like. Is it just a crowd? Their guess was it's just a crowd of people. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Now that I can see it up close, I see like heads. I don't even know. They didn't play Stay Away From My Friends.
No, they didn't.
Baby, stay away from my friends.
Every time they zoomed in on Vic, he looked so sad.
He has sad eyes.
He has sad eyes.
When I say he looked old, 42, he didn't look bad compared to like when I seen him young, because he was so scrawny. He looks like more filled out. Like like he used to like not fill out his shirts. Like
Sunshine, there ain't a thing that you can do that's gonna ruin my night.
like this, he looked like he like just finished a shift at the factory. Like he had on like that.
He's a dad. I mean, they all looked great.
Downstairs, I've been inside your bedroom 1,000 years. As you tie me to the bed for good, I say that I want you.